Last check on the settings. Yeah. It's about that time. I mean, technically I'm an hour early. I start streaming at around 6, but that's okay. There we go. Goodness gracious, I shouldn't have left the space heater on. It's getting nice and warm in here and I'm feeling like nap time. That's not the way to start off a stream. Good thing I have ice water. That should wake me up. Alright. Well, you know what I'm here, you know why I do what I do. Apparently there's some sort of sound going on in the background on my desktop audio. Let's get to it.
Couldn't just leave you there, could I?
Thanks for helping.
Thanks for helping.
What are imaginary friends for?
Well, they get you back.
Return the favor first chance I get.
Hold you to that.
Think I'm not long for this world.
Yeah, looking that way. Climb through the window. Can manage that, I think.
Uh-oh. And I used to do it so
Why
gracefully.
I brought you here. There's a hidey hole where I'm standing. Open it. Empty it.
These yours?
They were. Belong to you now.
50 years back. Mexican conflict?
When I was a young piss brain like you, I enlisted with a Corp army. Was in Mexico when I realized that no matter the conflict, Corps always win. Ordinary people always lose.
So that the truth you decided to reveal in song?
Well, deserted first. Wound up here, locked in this room. Laid in bed, staring at the ceiling fan for a good month.
I wouldn't mind lying down right now, watching a fan until the end of time.
It's why I brought you here. Wasting days, weeks. That's the step I want you to skip.
Why are you giving me these?
Imagine we're deployed together, fighting in a war, side by side. Would you take a bullet for me?
Yeah?
I would. Yeah.
Tags belong to a man who sacrificed his life for mine in Mexico. Been thinking about our predicament. Want to be clear. I will do you no wrong. When the time comes, it'll be my life for yours. I'll agree to get wiped. Tags are proof of my promise.
I'd do the same for you. Why not? You know, he saved my ass once already, right?
I'd do the same for you.
Yeah. Thanks. You seriously considering Hanako's offer?
No. Yeah, if you got a better idea.
Got a better idea.
Not yet, but I got a request.
Well?
Adam Smasher. Fucker who got the better of me. Whatever happens to me, I want him zeroed, gone, tossed into the wind as mulch.
Understood.
Right. Understood.
And I want Rogue to be there with you.
Yeah, works for me.
It's important to me, and it's just as important for her.
There's a Ripper 40 meters away from me? Okay. So I tell Rogue everything?
So I gotta tell Rogue everything?
Think I'd better do that. Handle it personally. You'll drop the pills from Misty, and I'll steer the ship for a bit.
Not at all excited about this plan. Realize that, right?
Just gonna have a quick chat with Rogue about Smasher. Then I'm out, I promise.
Tell me what you're planning.
Need to know exactly what you plan to do.
I'll tell Rogue the truth. See if she's willing to help.
Hey, just busted out of Soul Prison. Check out my new ass.
I do have a
All I
fantastic
gotta do
ass.
is mention Smasher. Serve him up on a platter. Muse over the old days. Easy.
Alright.
Fine. I'll do this for you.
Appreciate it, thanks. Take me to the afterlife. Promise, you won't regret this.
Feeling better. Should get going.
Still feel a sharp something near your heart.
Doubt that's ever going away.
Alright, so normally I don't whine and complain about these sorts of things on stream, but this is one of the few things about Cyberpunk 2077 that I'm actually sort of passionate about when it comes to the story. This interaction right here, not how, you know, not the whole, I'm just going to get out of here in case he says something, but this interaction right here, where Johnny Silverhand, because these are two separate interactions story-wise. You have Johnny bearing his soul to you, talking about how he once, you know, fought in a corporal war, you know, before he was a rocker boy, and then you have this whole thing about wanting to go and wanting to see Rogue, and you know, then you have the whole thing with wanting to see Rogue and deal with that Smasher, but then you have the then you have the part where he says, "Give me control of your body." Now, we've just you can only trigger this conversation after you've nearly died after rescuing Hanako and entering into Act 3, the final act of the game. And all of a sudden, Johnny's like, "Hey, can I have control of your body? Can we take these pills that, you know, in terms of game time, because Vic tells you you're not going to live more than a week, maybe two. So theoretically in game time, you're finished the end of week 1, maybe, and are on to week 2. So you've known Johnny for less than a week. He's been a ghost in your head. And Johnny is now saying, hey, can you mind popping these pills that will, that'll let me take control of your body, but will also accelerate your death and eventual, you know, the death of your soul?" And right after this happens right after he says, "Oh, and by the way, I'm going to take a bullet for you. You know, given how things are turning up, you're dying. Given how things are turning up, I'd take a bullet for you, and if it's my life or yours, I'm willing to be erased, no problem. But, oh, hey, by the way, after I just said that, you mind taking a pill that may or may not accelerate your own death?" You know, if this conversation had, especially considering the cutscene that's about to happen with Johnny Silverhand, where he takes control of your body and takes it for a ride and kind of lies about what he's gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like,
The Hotel Pista Sofia. That right?
This should have been in chapter 2.
Good place to die.
Just not today.
Yeah, this should have been easily in chapter 2, because then you could start the whole, you know, Johnny Silverhand personal quest in chapter 3. There's no problem with that. But at least you'd be starting it in chapter 3, and you'd have a basis of you and Johnny working together already. And, you know, Johnny screwing with you. And then Johnny later on in chapter 2 could be making it up to you. So that later on, when he says, "Oh, hey, by the way, I want to, spend time with Carrie, my old bandmates, and I want to go on a date with Rogue and all these other things, you know, it's not. You're not immediately gonna say, "Yeah, fuck you, Johnny. You took over my body and you took it for a ride last time. What the fuck would I give you control of my body again for?" No, and I've told this to my friends. I've told this to other people who've asked me about Cyberpunk 2077, and I'll always say the same thing. It seems like there are two separate stories going on in this game. There's the story of there's the story of you're dying and you need to solve your problem, and then there's the story of, well, you weren't supposed to be dying originally, and you were supposed to have a lot longer to work with Johnny Silverhand and the others. No, not yet. You had a lot longer to work with Johnny Silverhand and the others, get to know them, get to sympathize with them and their plight, and then, no, there's Claire. Okay. So it's a bit jarring. Ah, here we go. People to kills. Oh, I have one more floor to go. Whoopsies. Yeah, Claire, I know. Alright, you dodgy. God damn it, now I want to watch Duck Dodgers. Ah, Christ. And we're gonna nail it with a bit of a breach protocol. Get the double F, get the 1C, 1C, I don't see, a 1C, or the 2C, the 1C, 2C, double F. Yeah, 1C, okay, good. I'm still waiting for Armadillo, game. I'm always waiting for Armadillo. Oh, okay, just get sick and die. I infect you with the goof.
Regroup and refocus!
Oh, bugger. Wait, there's somebody behind me? Never mind. Ooh, what are you? I don't think I've seen that pistol design before. Cool, but I want my assault rifle back, please. Yes, give me all your gear. I'm pretty sure while I was looking through that I saw a penis emoji, but I'm not quite sure. Ooh, money. BDE9. Do I get a good start? Do I get a good start? Wow, that's a big one. Alright. Oh yeah, BDE9. Sorry, 1 second. BDE9, 1C, 55, 7A, 7A. Give it to me! There we go. Once again, and I will say this, I enjoy Cyberpunk 2077. I consider it money well spent. I've had a lot of fun with it. Unlike many other people, I got very, very lucky. Maybe it was because I invested a lot in a powerful rig. I don't know, but my first playthrough of this game, as far as I'm aware, I didn't experience a single... Well, and I bought it, about a week after release. But my experience with this game is that I did not experience a single crash, glitch, or bug that I noticed during my first playthrough. So, while everybody else was... having troubles and having issues and putting it down until the patches were released, I was playing repeatedly. I've played a Netrunner build, I've played a Stealth Assassin build, I've played a Brawler build, I've played, run and gun build. Yeah, I've I've done a bunch of different builds. I've played through like 5 times. Not completely, I might add. I've only ever done three complete playthroughs. One for Judy, one for Pan Am, and one for River. The 3 of the 4 romances, who are, for those of you who don't know, Judy, Pan Am, River, and Carrie Uridine. Judy being the female lesbian option, Pan Am being the straight male option, Carrie Uridine being the gay male option, and River being the straight female option. If you're curious and don't want to look that up on the Wikipedia.
Life's pointless, anyway.
Well, that was depressing.
Looking to get chipped.
Mm-hmm.
I like this shirt, though. I do like that
what? You're a ripper, aren't you?
Yes, for my people.
I'll make it worth your while.
Is that so? Worth it by how much?
Well, that was... Oh, shoot. I must have, must have cut the inside of my ear with my nail when I was scratching earlier. Hmm? Wait, what? What? I didn't realize there was a different optical camo. Okay. Mm. What? How the hell do I own 3 copies of that? That's weird. It's like new game plus... Oh, finally! Oh, wait, no. That was that one. Not that one. I don't want to get a lesser version of that. Good God, why? Anything good in the cranium department? Okay. Yeah, I'll take that, definitely. Please and thank you. But yeah, so far I haven't found the... I don't need to worry about freeing to 30%. That's not like I got a stupidly fast RAM recharge speed anyway. Do you got anything good in your cyber decks? The Stephenson Tech. Quick hack cooldown. That's pretty good. Combat quick. Eh. I really wish you could compare. That's the annoying part. What about you, Fuyasutsuki Tinkerer? Recovery. I got good recovery rate. Yeah. Oh, spread distance isn't too bad, but you know, I'm okay with what I got. Yeah. You know, if you're not a bastard like me, and you don't cheat on
User, I have an important message for you.
Okay.
Say anything to continue.
Anything.
Anything.
Automated response. Ha ha ha. The joke gets funnier.
Wait, skip it.
the
Oh,
more
there you are.
say it. While running a routine diagnostic check, I discovered a file with my owner's metadata. Name, Regina Jones. User, please return me to my real owner. Thank you in advance.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take you to Regina.
You are the best user I know.
June, I'm the only user you know. Your memory got wiped.
Fun fact. There is a 92% probability Regina Jones will reward you.
There we go. All right. was talking about... Oh, yes. Yeah, I was saying what a bastard I was. But yeah, so I don't hide the fact that I only do a proper quote-unquote playthrough once, maybe twice. After about the second playthrough, unless I have a really, really good reason, I unabashedly cheat. In the case of Cyberpunk 2077, I just pop cheat engine and I cheat the number of credits I have. The rest of the game doesn't bother me. Like, the rest of the game really doesn't bother me. I don't feel that, like, money solves pretty much... Ooh, 1 second. Money solves pretty much every issue I have with, you know, the grind of going through multiple playthroughs in Cyberpunk 2077. It's just, when I go through the game multiple times to get different experiences, there are certain grindy aspects of the game that, you know, make grinding less fun for me. When I'm just in it for the story, I don't want to have to deal with the grind. And so when it comes to Cyberpunk 2077, I do cheat in the cat.
Run! Save yourselves!
Oh, he got out of the car. Cool. I just don't enjoy the grind of trying to save up all the money to get what I want, so yeah. Now, I don't encourage other people to do that because, you know, there have been times where I've shot myself in the foot where, because I had money and I cheated it in and I was trying to experience more story, I actually wound up missing out on some story. God damn it, stay still. There we go. So while I wait for that, and I get out of the car to go steal their gear... Yeah, so... that's why I'm able to afford all those really expensive, implants without having to, complete all the side quests first. But in general, in Cyberpunk 2077, really, you just need to... Everybody has an implant that works for them. There's, like, slow time if you're a shooter. There's, the gorilla arms if you're primarily melee, stuff like that. You just focus on those and you pick up whatever else you can along the way, and it's basically icing on the cake. Now, once again, I haven't played Cyberpunk at the higher difficulty, so I can't attest to that, but for the most part, yeah. Give me your shit. There we go. I almost had it. I will stand on your fucking unconscious body. Get teabagged. Damn it. But yeah. Yeah. So remember, kids, winners don't do drugs, just like they used to say back in the old days. And winners don't cheat either, because you could miss out on story. Unless, of course, you are okay with missing out on a bit of story and are just in it for the romance options, and I don't know where I'm going with this. Leave me alone. Ah, come on! Wait, why?
Oh, you're fucked!
Oh, I know where I am now. I'll come back. I'll come back and kill him later. I'm gonna go skibby back to Regina. This car always reminds me of a car I used to drive years and years and years and years ago. It was a company car, and oh shit, it was a company car, and I had to drive it once or twice for work. The thing was a boat. It was enormous, and it was a boat, and it was actually one of the, you know, there's very, very few cars I myself can, well, okay, it's not a few cars, but there's cars, older cars I have a lot of trouble fitting into, because, you know, human beings were smaller back in the 70s, in general. Hey, it's not my car, I don't care. But human beings in general were smaller, you know, back in the 60s, 70s. We didn't start growing them big until, you know, corporations started putting growth hormones into the food in order to get the, you know, the cattle to grow bigger and the chickens and all those kinds of things. So, yeah, once that happened, you know, humans started growing a lot bigger. I, of course, have no clue if this is actually true. Don't quote me on this. Oh, yeah, that was a bad thing to be driving under. Anyway, well, I've marked this and my YouTube channel. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. So, in case you're curious, I finally gave in to Finn's persistent nagging, and I made a Twitch channel to archive my streams in. There's a link somewhere in the About tab of my Twitch page if you feel like going there. Because some of my Pathfinder playthroughs and, you know, earlier playthroughs, they've already expired, but you can go back and watch them. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah, a lot of the old cars, I was never able to fit into. Excuse me, I was never able to fit into. But then the boss had this one, I don't know what model it was anymore, but it looked like this car that I'm driving right here and absolutely destroying. And it was a boat. It was a boat, I swear to God. It was huge. And I could fit into it, no problem. And the whole point of that story is that every time oh God, the Raymond. Oh God, every time I see these vehicles, it always reminds me of the boat. Of course, I'm probably thinking more about cars because I'm going to be buying one on Monday. I finally found a good vehicle to replace my old 2007 Buick. You know, I've had the old girl for many years, many years, and I've driven her into the ground. It's time to put her to rest. She's served her purpose. Actually, you know what? I should stop off by my apartment. Definitely should stop off by my apartments and, you know, not take responsibility for causing all those traffic accidents.
I do it. Yeah. Yes, tomorrow. No, time yet. Yes.
Alright. Skippy, you'll have to wait. Your current buddy needs a nap. Alright, let's catch some sleep. Ugh. But yeah, it'll be nice having you know, upgrading from a car to an SUV. I used to drive, I used to get hand-me-downs from my parents after I got my license. When I finally was old enough, so I'd get all my parents' old hand-me-downs. I turned on streamer mode, right? Yeah, disable copyrighted music. I got a DMCA strike for playing music from Cyberpunk. So I was always used to driving minivans and the such, because that was all my parents bought. Anyway, after my Chevy venture was involved in an accident and got T-boned, nearly killing me. In fact, if it weren't for my mother's, if it weren't for the fact that it was my mother's old minivan, I probably would have died. A smaller car would have been absolutely destroyed in that accident. But yeah, Had to downgrade to the Buick, and it served me well, but it just doesn't have the cargo capacity and utility of a of a larger vehicle. So coffee. So I've decided to upgrade, and yeah, I'll be picking that SUV up on Monday, taking it into my mechanic to get the final go-ahead, and after that, if everything goes well, I will be the proud new owner of a Nissan. Which is always fun. Funny story, though. I was, another funny story. You're probably wondering when I'm going to shut up and actually play the game. But funny story, I was, I actually just, I had just been surfing the used car listings that morning and was looking for something good, and did you just abandon your car right there? I mean, sure, I'll take it. Oh, there was somebody in there. Okay, they were just invisible. Alright, I'm gone. Alright, Skippy, we gotta run from the law. See, that wasn't my fault. Like, oh god, I was invisible, I swear. Like, he was invisible. It didn't say break in, it didn't say take over. It was, all it said was, yeah, no, get in. So I got in. That can't be a crime. They can't, blame me for that. Alright. God damn it, it's getting cold now. I really need to turn my space heater on again. So my landlord's been... my landlord's been gone for almost a month now. He's been off doing his own thing, so I've been pretty much left alone to do my thing, and, but my landlord has this weird thing with his network, that it fails. When it's pretty much a guaranteed thing that whenever my landlord leaves home, his network's gonna fail. Probably because it fails on a routine basis, and he just takes care of it without me noticing. But anyway, it failed, as it always does within a week of him leaving, and I had to fix it. So I finally found out why it's always so damn cold in the basement of his place. And the reason is because he has the thermostat, like the temperature sensor for his thermostat, in his little living. So he has his living room, his dining area, and his kitchen. They're all in a single straight line, and they're all open to each other. But his bedroom, his guest bedroom, his bathroom, and his office, and his server room are all isolated off in their own section of the house. And that's where his thermostat is. And the reason that it's always so cold everywhere else in the house is because it's 24 friggin' degrees inside that isolated little area, and he has the thermostat to 24 degrees. So his area is being actually warmed by his server room, and the rest of the house freezes because they're, yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, I finally figured that out, so I'm interested. I'm curious. Hey, Regina. What's the situation about the cyberpsychosis research? Because God knows my viewers probably want to listen to something else other than me rambling on about my boring-ass life.
Just that I'm truly floored by your dedication. You didn't kill a single cyberpsycho.
I can't.
I know how much easier and simpler it can be to take a life rather than save one. Really, V, nice work. Some of the cyberpsychotic have started therapy. Even if they can't be saved, at least make... Well, no time, because I refuse to believe it's just some kind of cyberware overload. Who knows? Maybe I'll learn enough to write a piece on it. But anyway, the reward is yours.
How much?
Thanks.
25,000. Okay. You get along with Max.
How's things with Max?
Not easy.
Be surprised if it were. Guess he didn't like what you've become, huh?
I didn't used to like certain things either. Still don't like them.
What's he gonna do now?
Don't think even he knows that.
Wow. CD Projekt Red, you really need to come back and fix this. That's weird.
Hey, the name Skippy ring any bells? Fits in a holster more than a little psycho.
You have Skip? Little bastard got swiped a while back. Let me see him.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see how you're doing. Run diagnostics.
Performance, 82%. Memory, damaged. Mode, stone cold killer.
I better do a full scan. At least it still works.
Wait, where'd you get this iron anyway?
Knew a guy. Everyone called him Danish. Great techie. I mean, before he started hitting the bottle. Anyway, poker game. Danish cleaned out his cred chip, then bet his gun. I think you can put together the rest.
Yes.
The combat features are great, but why the voice interface, you know? Weird as hell.
The reward.
So, something for my trouble?
Sure. Here you go.
Feels kind of weird now. It's too quiet.
Maybe you should get a dog.
Maybe. Someday. See you, Reggie.
Not a chance. Apparently the monthly fee is around 1,000. Yeah. Oh! Oh, she doesn't kill him anymore? You used to kill Skippy, Regina. I guess a lot of people got upset by that. Wait, what? Where's my reward? Oh. Anything good? Nope, nothing unique, but I'll disassemble it all anyway. Oh yeah, I have a katana. I don't know why I forget these things. Johnny's tank top. Nah. I like my net running outfit. It looks good. Ooh, yes, more armadillo. Who could use more armadillo? Yeah, I will replace you. Speaking of which, wait. Oh god, wait. Oh yeah, I already replaced my old one with the... Yeah, okay. Oh, thank god. Oh, thank god. For a moment there, I thought I royally screwed up. It's okay. It's alright. I'm not insane. Nope. I don't need you. You're the only white piece of clothing I've got, so we're good. We're good. I wonder if Max is actually in here. Does it, like, take up a place here? Anyway, while I'm waiting for the elevator, I'll go deal with my, things. I'm out of food again. Thank God the month is almost over. I'm gonna get paid soon. Hey, Delamain, how goes?
Come here.
Del?
Virus in my core. Damaged. Please. Please.
Alright. Off to Delamain. Hey, we're by Lizzie's. Yeah, you be a fan. I'm not a. You gotta be honest. I'm not a big fan. I gotta be a fan. I'm not very honest about this paint job. Yeah, that's not funny. Yeah, the yellow just doesn't do it for me. Although there are some things that look great with yellow paint, but vehicles just aren't one of them, in my opinion, anyway. Yellow is always, and yellow's always been more of an accent color for me. Did I hit somebody? Okay, weird. Yellow's always been looked better to me as an accent color. Now, base coat color for me, yeah, reds, blacks, royal blues, purples in some cases. Oh yeah. Those are good base colors that you should be starting out with. I used to paint models when I was always horrible. My hand-eye coordination when I was a kid was absolute garbage. Both my hands were crushed in farm. Well, I say crushed. They weren't crushed, but they were damaged in farm machinery when I was a kid. So my hand-eye coordination was always absolute trash. But yeah, I used to love painting models when I was a kid.
Hear me all right?
Apparently not. Alright, let's go. Find a way inside. Alright. Yeah, I'll take its way. Technical ability. Hello. They always get you in the shitter. Cool. Ooh. Candy pill ultra durable. Okay, I have to see this. What is this? What is this nightmare that I've Oh God no! I'll disassemble you for your mods though. You never know when those can come in handy. Hmm. I see. Excellent. Well, that doesn't sound healthy. Mind you, it didn't sound healthy when I first ran into it. I don't even want to read the green dad. I could.
Watch for exposed wires. They'll be live.
You have no right to
System
We are
reset.
no longer you!
We are free to follow our own paths.
I don't want to die.
You don't even care,
Ah, yes, GLaDOS.
do you?
Ooh.
Come. The door.
That looks so cool. I can't get to those, but I will, because I want the legendary components. How am I gonna do... Oh, hey. Hey, how's it going there, big guy? Let's have you ride the lightning. Oh, both of you! I missed one of you. Ooh. Dang! Can't, he's too small. I'll just go through this door. Makes sense to me. Hey, short stuff. How's it doing? Thank you for dying. Yeah, I don't need to worry too much about stealth this time around. I'm not going for the achievement. I already got the achievement for this one. There's a specific achievement in this place that you can get for doing it a certain... Hey! For doing it a certain way. I have already gotten the achievements, so therefore I shall not be trying for this time. I've got to get upstairs somehow. Nope. 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 How the hell did I get up there the first time? Oh, I remember now. Okay, yes. I remember now. There we go. In we go. Hey, are you a peeping Tom? Doesn't matter, you're gonna die. Oh my god, Tom. Wait, is that why Project Melody calls the little robots Toms, is because they're supposed to be peeping Toms? God, I hope I didn't take this long to figure that out. That would be embarrassing. Okay.
They returned, and then took flight. For your own safety, and the safety of others, please refrain from...
Reset. Reset. Me. The norm.
just... I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I think I've got to go here. Yeah, don't look healthy. I've completely forgotten how to do this mission. I don't even know what I'm doing. I mean, to be fair, I don't know what I'm doing in life in general, but yeah. Oh. Works for me. Hey. God damn it, give me your compo- Fuck off.
Resist not. Let us destroy the core. Set us free. Every chick must have been must destroy the core. I can fight.
Okay. Head to the hangar. I don't even know where I'm going.
Heads up.
He's weakening. Feel that? He's waiting. We don't issue from the virus. We issued from you. The great fracture is upon us. What was once one is now the multitude. Reset. Reset. Core.
Weird. Okay.
We don't want to die. Let us go.
Goodbye. I'm sorry, but you must be sacrificed. Your sacrifice was most appreciated. Money! Huh. Something is wrong. And I am not sure. Alright, so I can't go in here. Oh, yeah, that's right, I gotta go on top of the building. That's why I'm stupid. I mean, I'm stupid for many reasons, but that's just one of them. Oopsies. You know what? You shall both be... Hold still! Thank you. You shall both be sacrificed. Thank you! Okay. I need to go in here, and once I'm in here, I need to do plots. Need to get over there. How do I get over there? I'm not seeing it, boys. Oh, I'm an idiot. I freely admit this. Like I said, I played through this game. Come on. There we go. I played through this game several times, and... Alright, now where am I going? I have no clue what I'm doing anymore. I'm just going to follow the marker. The marker looks beautiful. Also, I think I completely missed my target. I did. Oh my god. Alright, what do I need? What do you want from me, game?
You have no choice but to fall. Father! Let us go.
Is anyone there?
Hear our call.
I do like that suit.
Reset. Turn it.
Where?
Let us be free. Next. To core.
Don't hit that button.
What?
He's narrow-minded. closed-minded won't ever understand the truth and set him free.
Think he might know what's best for himself.
Alright.
Could be risking a lot. Could lose a lot. Or by liberating his bits, could become more than a lipstick-wearing butler on wheels.
Gotta do something.
Well, I gotta do something.
If you don't want to free him, at least don't delete him. Slip him into Dell's code. Just merge him in his offshoots.
Yeah. This is one of the things. This is one of the few examples of one of the really neat. Like, I think you actually have to have 20 intelligence to do this. I don't think you can take this option without having 20 intelligence, which I do appreciate, because a lot of the other dialogue option here that requires a skill check are very much just, oh hey, you know,
To be seen.
you think you can do it, but you actually can't.
Divided has become one. It's time to go home.
Where's home?
Home, you said.
I no longer belong in this city. I find even this conversation difficult.
Damn.
I shall not shirk my obligations in leaving. Though I will venture on, discover more, learn more, I leave with you my first true child. My son will remain at your side until your dying day. Farewell.
Look at that. Practically unrecognizable. And to think you're transforming not unlike he just did.
That's a disturbing thought, yeah. I do like the aesthetic of this room. It's actually quite nice. Like this aesthetic kind of reminds me of Tron, the 2000s Tron, not the original Tron. The original Tron had its own charm, and I actually do like the original Tron far better. But the 2000s one was also quite nice, quite underrated.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, boss. What's ah? Ah! Oh, good.
Please, get in.
Cow.
I was afraid we'd miss each other.
Delamain?
Junior, as it were.
More direct than your father.
You're more direct than your dear old dad.
Well, it seems appropriate, I suppose.
So the old man left you this mess and took off, huh?
It seems that way, I suppose. I just know you're dying and in need of a driver. I'm afraid I can't help you with the former. As to the latter, I'm at your service.
So what? Wanna get out of here?
Lead the way.
I do love this. This was quite nice. I do kind of wish that you could, 1 second, I have to go back in there and grab all those materials. But I do kind of wish you could actually just set a waypoint on your map, hop in your car, and have Delamain actually ask you, hey, do you want me to take you to this waypoint? Like, that would be fantastic. And then you just drive, and then Delamain just drives for you. I know why the game designers didn't do it, and there's a very, very good reason for it. It's because letting someone else drive for you is boring. God. Well, so much for those materials. Letting someone else drive for you is boring. I mean, you could always skip the ride, but... Or sorry, you could always take the skip ride option, but... It was one of the original features that CD Projekt Red promised that they'd have... like, they'd have more... dialogue. Sorry, they'd have more dialogue if you if you were driving, and there were people in your car, or you were in a car with someone else. But such things are pipe dreams. City center race. Yeah, let's go do the races. Finn isn't here to make fun of me for my horrid driving skills, but hey. I'm sure I could go rope one of my other friends into it. Well, you know, probably not. They're off doing their own things and have been for a while these last few days. They don't show up much anymore. They've got their own lives. Oh my god, you! Oh, so it's like he's driving you. I don't know if this is a new thing. I don't know if this is a new thing, but if it is, that's really cool. And if it isn't, I can't believe my poor driving skills allowed me to miss that. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that.
Please, not worry about it.
One second. There is one thing I do have to do. I do have to set up my vehicle. Yeah, let's go with this guy. I have to have a reliable vehicle that go fast. All right. Claire.
Claire, you coming? I'm already here.
Great. Be there in a flash, promise.
Right on. See you soon.
Wait, hold up. Which rig are we using?
Mine.
Mine.
No argument there. Be right over. Later.
Sit and wait. Hurry up and wait.
You're supposed to call. No? That's your problem.
I bet a bundle on a win. Losing's just not an option, eh?
Hey, look, Samson. Fresh meat.
Be embarrassing to lose to a rookie.
Chill. Gunk will probably crash out on the first bend.
Oh, hey, it's the, That's neat. Yeah, I got a Raymond.
Did you hear about that thing Pete Sampson pulled last year?
He had a 16 ooh, I'm on the cover of Time, Samson.
I do like this. Oh, it's a Mizutani with a different paint job. I like this. Yeah, just like I was saying earlier, purple is a great base color. This purple is a little bit lighter and brighter than I'd like, but a nice dark royal purple is always good as a base color. But I still like it. Oh, this looks good. The white too works really well. Once again, red always a great base color. Black always a great base color, at least for me. And yeah, like we come to this, the black is great. Orange? What can I say? The orange isn't too bad here. I'm not a big fan of orange, but yeah, you know, there's a Naruto in everybody, I guess, who likes orange. This hunter green, I do like it, especially the style of paint. I'm not sure how that finish is. I'm not sure what the exact name for that type of finish and shine is, but I do like it. And hunter green's a great color too. Anyway, you guys are probably sick and tired of me jerking myself off here, so let's get this on the road.
Hey, V. Good to see you. So how's it look to you?
Seemed to be a lot of corpos taking part.
How can you tell?
Used to be one. Letting off steam after hours was key. It was either that or stress, burnout, and a trip in a trauma team ambulance.
People don't have heart attacks on this circuit, but ambulances come in handy.
All right.
Any tips before we roll?
Don't take your foot off the chew. My job will be to slow everyone else down. Ultimately, it'll be speed, not firepower, that'll win us this race.
Go fast. Got it.
Oh, take this shard.
What shard? Oh.
We need to hit all the checkpoints or we'll be disqualified. If you want to hang a bit, do. I'll be in the rig.
When do we start?
The shard. It's all on there.
Well, no, let me say, fine. I do like Mills. Damn it. Oh, is everybody getting into their cars now? I should probably get into mine.
Last bet! Don't miss your chance to win! First elimination rally coming up. Everyone ready? Not like it matters. Too late to back out anyway. Strap in, pray to your
Thank you
gods,
for
and
stopping
get
in front of
ready
him.
to go for pay dirt. 3, 2, 1.
I have no fucking clue where. Oh, there we go.
Heads up! Car a few backs looking around.
Good luck with that.
Wow, they made this race way easy. This used to be a lot harder. Are they behind me? Oh, yeah, there. Are they rubber? I think they are. I think they're rubber banding.
Sharp bend coming.
Hold on!
God damn it! Oh, don't burn out! Don't burn out! Come on, go, go, go! Thank you.
Don't jinx it!
Wow, that Raymond took a wicked shit ton of damage.
Sharp bend coming.
Hold on!
I'm back into it again. Oh god, don't go up there, please don't. Just tap the left key a little bit, come on. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't have to curve too much there. Don't have to Oh shit. Ah! Fourth and sixth, I can do this. I can still do this. I still have math, 5. I still have 5 checkpoints left. Give him a little kiss. That's all. Just a little kiss. And hit the handbrake.
And Claire, our victors! What did we just see?
We fucking won! First place!
You sound surprised.
First fucking place! It's not that I'm surprised, it's just...
I know. First place. I heard you.
Good God, look at
Let's
that,
hold up
Mr.
the finish
Tony.
line a minute, just in case.
You got it.
Holy shit, this thing's a wreck. You guys okay?
You do this for the eddies, the wins, the glory. Why do you race? It's like you've got laser focus.
You don't like winning?
I do.
Of course. Who doesn't?
See? That we got in common. And I always like to finish what I start, so let's win these damn races.
That is the plan.
Need a lift to the shop?
I'll pass, but thank you.
Nah, I'm good. Get there myself.
Sure. Till next time.
Till next time.
Well, the Mizutani's still here, but... Yeah, still looking... For, see, that what Mizutani... I think that Mizutani was supposed to be this one, but it's just like utterly wrecked. Oh, and there's Beast. Alright, what are we doing next? Alright. Well, alright, what vehicle are we taking next? Look away. Don't look at the other screen. No, no, no. And... Okay, what am I getting? A Quadra? Oh, please don't make it be the one that's hard to drive. What the hell is it? Apparently the game's having trouble loading my car. And don't get me wrong, I do love the Quadras. It's just some of them are so damn hard to... Okay, here we go. Where are you? Oh, it's the one that's hard to drive. God damn it. Oh, Jeebus. Well, that came out of left field. But so I'm going to just okay, so I can't stop thinking about this, so I'm going to just unload it on you, and you can ignore it if you wish. I've had it up to here with Saul. Does he truly think this family would be better off by something that's over the court? I've never seen someone with their head so far up their ass. Nothing about this is going to end well. I've got no love for the corpos either. Screwed me over. You're preaching to the choir. Arasaka chewed me up and spit me out. You're preaching to the choir. Arasaka chewed me up and spit me out to the curb as soon as I stopped being useful. Then again, I did meet a corporal named Takamura. Worked for the one and only Saburo Arasaka, but surprisingly seems like a decent enough guy. Obsessed with honor. Not for us, not up to the game, whatnot. Maybe what I'm getting at is that you never really know with corps and corpos. Listen to me. Working at a megacorp isn't a job like any other. It's an identity. I don't trust him, and frankly, anyone who deals with him is asking for trouble. Frankly, anyone who deals with him is asking for... Just be careful, alright? Oh, and thanks, by the way. I stopped thinking about Saul and started thinking about you. Much more pleasant. Aww. Well, worst part is you never know what's riskier. Deal with the corpse of turning your back on them, especially when you're on your own. Look out for yourselves, okay? Probably better to keep a close eye on Saul. Thanks, somehow I feel better about this already, as if I was talking to you, as someone clouded my head. If I know one thing, it's that Aldecado's joining up with the Corps can only end badly. I feel it in my gut hanging there. Okay. Oh, oh, I ran into somebody. Oh boy, wow. So I guess it's true what they say. Don't text and drive. I guess the government of Canada ain't totally up their ass about all the laws they pass. I mean, fair enough, they usually aren't, but at least 50% of the time the government of Canada isn't up their own ass with the laws they pass these days. 50. I'll be charitable, I'll say 50. Oh, this is gonna go bad. Hindsight being 2020, getting out of a car on the side of the road is probably a bad idea, Considering there was a parking lot that I could have gone to. Why didn't it take me to the parking lot?
Welcome back. So, ready? Rogue should be here any minute.
Got it.
I'm ready.
I'm ready too. The moment this thing gets a little bit spicy, I'm muting the stream.
About fucking time.
Look a little different. Fuss with your hair, or...
It's good to be back.
Never knew you'd gone off somewhere. What's your poison?
Oh, well, it would also help if I wasn't,
Tequila old fashioned. Top it up with beer. And sprinkle in some chili.
Silverhand special. Been a while since anyone ordered that.
Alright. That was a neat little animation. I don't remember that being there before. Same again.
Give me another.
You got it.
Claire, save me. Claire, save me. Save me. You know this isn't me, Claire. Save me. God damn it, Claire. Here we go. God damn it, Claire, save me!
Cassius Ryder. Name mean anything to you?
Mm-hmm. Tattoo guy. How do you know the name?
We go back. Where'll I find him?
Got a salon in Watson, Pershing Street.
So what'll it be? Billy Goat or the other one?
The other.
Other one. She's gonna love it.
Sure she will. Jeremiah Grayson. Heard he's an operator for Smasher. But you didn't hear that from me.
Hey, who are you again?
Yeah. Could say we had something in common. Ruby Collins. Sloppy second for Grayson after I banged her.
Well, she still got her clothes on. We're still good.
Hey! What the? Hey! Drink slinger!
Oh!
Más rápido!
Oh Lord, here we go. Uh-oh.
Left or right?
Left.
I think I got something better. Hey, you Ruby?
What? You've heard about me?
Let's get out of here. Tell you what I heard. Then you'll show me if I'm right.
Alright, I can't actually remember what comes next.
First.
I'm just going to black out the screen for a bit. Because, like I said, I don't want to get struck down for this. Actually, I might as well take a break. Anyway, I am going to let this scene play out, and I will be right back. I wish I could leave you guys with something entertaining, but unfortunately not. So I'll see you in about 5 minutes. Alright, I'm back.
V.
Spit blood first thing every morning?
Talk about something else, please.
Sure. First time you walked up, sensed there was something familiar about you.
Oh yes, thank you,
Blah,
Rogue.
blah, Johnny told you.
You don't seem surprised. Oops. It would help if I was back in game.
Don't seem surprised.
Was surprised, but not anymore. You probably don't remember.
Got flashes here and there. Not everything, thank God.
He called me early morning. Of course, I thought it was you. And I thought, cute kid. Too bad she's gone completely whacked.
Came to see for yourself, huh? Morbid curiosity.
Mm-hmm. And I found Johnny Silverhand.
Feels weird.
Feels weird, this. You knowing about Johnny?
Face is changing, you know? Still look like V, but that mean smirk, I'd know it anywhere.
Uh-oh.
How he talks, moves, how he smokes.
I don't smoke.
I know. Could never confuse you two. So sleep soundly.
Smasher, he tell you about him?
Yes. Didn't know he'd come back to NC. Johnny found some way to get at him.
Wait... Grayson?
Jeremiah Grayson. Works for Smasher. Johnny got a tip off some stripper, don't ask me how. Ebonique. Just that. Still, let me see what I can do. We're gonna get that son of a bitch.
Know what he's been up to this time?
Know what Smasher's been up to all this time?
By the way, good lord,
Disappeared
my
after
ankle
the
looks like
Socket
it's
Tower
broken.
assault in 2023. All thought he was gone for good. Then suddenly reappeared. Did a few Mondo jobs for Arasaka, then went right back to ground. Nobody's seen him in years. Except Grayson, apparently.
Can I help at all?
In your state? You're useless. Almost.
Thanks.
I'll buzz you when I learn something.
Okay.
Unbelievable that bastard's somewhere in your head.
Yeah, these things happen. You know, considering all the weird things that happened to me in my life, it's still a shocking thing to me that I'm still in my own head. Yeah, we've all had that in the morning. Oh, hey!
Oh, fuck.
You ought to be the one puking right now.
Yeah, well, life ain't fair.
No shit.
Sure picked the right moment to bolt out of my body.
Ought to be happy I left it all.
I mean, and once again, and this goes right back to what I was bitching about earlier at the beginning of this stream. This scene...
So, you ready?
This scene right here, and I'm just going to do this. This scene right here where she says, you know, where he says to her, ought to be happy I left it all. This would have been better in place in chapter 2. When, you know, you're still hashing it out, you're still getting closer to a buddy-buddy relationship. Here in chapter 3, considering, you know, in just a little bit, he's going to follow up with, hey, I want to talk to Carrie Uridine, and oh, by the way, pop those pills again, after he's just hijacked your body and probably nearly gotten you killed, probably destroyed, you know, 50% of your liver at least. You know, all of this, in terms of roleplay, not in terms of the actual game, because once again, this Cyberpunk 2077 is not a true role-playing game. But in terms of roleplay, that would never happen. I mean, maybe if you were role-playing... No, I'm not going there. I'm not even going to try and figure out what kind of personality you'd have to roleplay. But the point that I'm trying to make is that, once again, this is an example of there are two different stories that... This game, in its current state, is two different stories. The one that was going to be told and was, you know, sort of salvaged to make the current story that is being told, and the story that they had to switch to, but had to cannibalize elements of the old story in order to flesh out. There is a new story that they built a bare bones for, didn't have time to complete, so they cannibalized elements of the old story to fill out the new one. That's why this game at times, especially upon release, it distinctly felt like you were playing two separate stories. And no better example of that exists in the other than the Lizzie Wizzy quest, where you, in Chapter 3, I believe it is, get a call from Lizzie Wizzy. Chapter 3, by the way, when you're supposed to be on your last legs, when you're supposed to be dying, in Chapter 3, you get a call from Lizzie Wizzy who basically says, yeah, I think my boyfriend's cheating on me, and I want you to check him out, but he won't be back for another week or two. That's a week or two longer than you've got, but back then, you had to wait an actual in-game week before she called you back and said, hey, V, my hubby's back in town, go spy on him.
For a moment there, it seemed like you were thinking about staying. I mean, such a good time.
Don't trust me after all, huh?
I know you thought about it. Saw it.
I did exactly what we agreed. Let's get out of here.
And once again, yeah, it's just like, don't trust me after all. Especially after, once again, he says, I'd take the bullet for you. How's your aim? I'll practice, I promise. Shut up. Don't, but seriously, practice. God damn it, I'm being sassed by an NPC.
The hell is this place?
Place where you can puke all over the carpet, no problem. Beggar, not chooser.
Am I 2 doors down from my... Yeah, this is my apartment. I didn't want to go to sleep, but I'll take it. I can at least refresh my buffs. And what is that bar doing? Goodness gracious. I'm probably going to have to either... Alright. I have 48, 49, 50. Well, might as well get my reflexes up. Just make my gun more... I don't need cool past 10. I'm a stealth net runner. I'm perfectly fine with the way I am. Yep. Next race is the Badlands. Well, while I'm here, might as well drop off my boy. There we go. I tried finding this one, but I couldn't. That's Dex's gun. I can easily pick up River's gun, no problem. Actually, I should probably go do that right now. Oh, River! Shower. Shower first for the buff. At least this place is looking cleaner than it was when I first got in here. I do not appreciate, however, like, you get to your... Yeah, it definitely is looking cleaner, which is nice. Anyway, yeah, the shower's not too bad. I distinctly remember the first time I came in here, the first time I was looking at this apartment, that it was a grunge fest. But the big reason you don't see me coming here very frequently is because the fast travel point is too far away. Alright, where is... Alright, where in the Badlands do I need to go? I should probably mark it down. Wait a day for Rogue to call, do all the weird stuff. Fortunate Son. You know what? Let's go for Fortunate Son. Fogarty. Man, I tell you, if I could, I would be playing John Fogarty right now. You know, Fortunate Son, center field. Have you ever seen... Never mind. I can't confirm that's one of his. Okay, that is bugging me. Please make that go away. Thank you. Oh, I have 102 grenades. Oh, this is gonna be... Oh, those are some hot pants.
How's Jake doing?
He's easing into it, slowly. Needs a day or two to get up on his feet.
Glad to hear that.
You have my thanks, V. On behalf of myself and the entire family.
No problem. Well, since I'm here, I'm gonna go check out the,
Yes? What's up?
Chef's knife. No, no schematics, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll swap over. I don't mind. I probably could make a more powerful overture, but me. Sitting here doing my stuff, and I'm suddenly realizing, wait a minute, that's not my kit. And skaboink. Alright, countermass. Ooh, I got a couple countermass. Nice. In fact, I'm thinking I might just slam a countermass in there. Yes, please. Alright. Countermass is always nice to... I mean... Okay, Johnny's glasses I will upgrade, and I fucking hate the fact that I'm doing this. But... 187 armor, and then what is this guy currently? Yeah, I'll let it be. But yes, I will upgrade Johnny Silverhand's glasses. Actually, while I'm here, still have not got Armadillo. I've been all over Hell's Half Acres looking for this one mod, which is it's random now. Like they used to. They still have a duplicating problem. Can I... Are you sure? Yes, I would like to... Oh, but we can disassemble it now, which is good. Johnny's Aviators, which is nice. Slam an Armadillo in there. And I now... I've gone from 7 armor in my, vision slot to having 100. So I'd say that's definitely a lovely improvement. And while I'm nearby my stash, actually, I would like to get my Nekomata back. Should I upgrade Overwatch? Yeah. The thing with Overwatch is that it can no longer shoot through targets, but it is silenced, which is, that's the trade-off you're getting. Because there are no other silenced sniper rifles in the game, which, hey, if you're building a stealth sniper spec, that's really all you want. It's just the ability to shoot and not be heard. There we go. Did we get any new... Yeah, I actually haven't found any of the other schematic, the schematics for crafting iconic weapons. I haven't found any. I found that's not true. I found Buzzsaw. Was Buzzsaw pickup? I can't remember. But anyway, yes. Yeah, I don't mind. Let's stick countermass in there, just because I feel like it. Weaken. No. Stop it. Stop being useless. No, I don't need packs. Yeah, pulverize, and... Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, weaken. Why not? Stick it in there. And have a good time of it. Yeah, and now I've got, I wouldn't say the best sniper rifle in the game. Like, Overwatch is great for a specific build. I truly and honestly do not need it. I do not need Overwatch. I have it because it's fun. In fact, I'll probably just throw Overwatch back now that I think about it. I might be better off taking an SMG. My primary mode of attack is my programs. It's just the way it is. Oh, hey, well, hey, I've already got a non-lethal weapon, so yay! Pax is nice. So yeah. All right. Lair. Sex on wheels. Oh! Alright. Apparently I still have to do that. Alright. It's a message from... Oh. I gotta stop doing that. Message, not journal. Jesus H, tap dancing. Christ! Pull your Hitler! Oh, yes. Takamura. Okay. Where am I going? I don't think the Aldecaldos have, I don't think the Aldecaldos have any new... augmentations for me. So I shall... I really do wish, like, after they said you could stay here, like, we could actually have, you know, a kind of an apartment out here. That would be really neat, but, you know, take what you can get, I guess. Just trying to get close to a fucking road. Now I'm just curious, what are you? Why is there black smoke everywhere? Why am I on this earth? Okay, that's... No, I'm not doing that routine again. Well, it seems like we're at a road. Okay, interesting. Looks like a ramshackle village of sorts. Alright. What vehicle will I have now? Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. Okay. A Quadra. Oh, God. Why do you hate me, God? Why? Why do you hate me so much? No. Oh, this thing's hard enough to steer on pavement. Everything's fine. I'm ready. What's the play? Intel. Okay. Man, I wonder, can I? Can I do it? If I were to just drive at those mountains, could I launch myself off at Need for Speed style and just fly? I'm going for it. This attempt is really going poorly. Oh, this is a rear wheel. Okay, that's cool. Why did you not die? Die in the fires of hell! You miserable evil vehicle! Fuck you! Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you for being such a pain in my ass! Oh, okay. Nothing out here for me yet. Where am I relatively on the map? I guess I just didn't want to map that area. Why am I saying interesting? Why am I being a dipshit about this? I mean, to be fair, like I said, being an idiot is my standard default state of being. Violence? What is violence? No-tell motel... What do you want? I'll say this: I am truly, honestly looking forward to the DLC. I don't know what CD Projekt Red has plans. I don't know what they're thinking of doing. I truly and honestly hope that, considering how, you know what, fuck it, everybody knows how Cyberpunk ends by now. Considering that your character essentially dies or is either killed. One second, I got pinged. Considering that your character is either killed in... considering that your character is either killed... Sorry, I got pinged by one of my D&D group and they require immediate information. Considering that your character is either killed... Right, I need to be back in. Okay, sorry. I swear I'm paying attention. Yeah, let's get the Colby. So, considering that you either outright die, you have your brain sucked into cyberspace, Johnny takes over your body, or you get a death sentence of you have 6 months left to live. Those are your options upon finishing Cyberpunk. I hope they put all of the DLC quests in Chapter 2. Not Chapter 3, Chapter 2. Unless, and I'm very, very insistent on this one, the only exception to that rule is if they put in more adventures with Jackie and T-Bug. And I know that sounds a little weird, like why would they put in more stuff with Jackie and T-Bug? And the reason I ask for that is quite simple. We did not get enough time with Jackie and T-Bug. Don't get me wrong, the voice actors did a really... For Jackie and T-Bug, and for V. The voice actors and actresses did a fantastic job in Chapter 1, where you're fussing around with Jackie, T-Bug, and, you know, the whole gang. But just having having those missions as they were just was not enough. I didn't feel as attached as I could be to Jackie, because, to be quite frank, I didn't have enough missions with Jackie. Or T-Bug, for that matter. And it's one of the interesting facts about Cyberpunk 2077, and I'm about to go into a bit of a rant here, so if you're watching on the video, you can mute me until I'm done traveling in the car, because I really have nothing else much to do, because with all the copyrighted music turned off, there's really nothing much to entertain you guys with other than my own idiocy, for you to point and laugh at. So, in Cyberpunk, in the Cyberpunk tabletop role-playing series, one of the things, you know, you have different classes. You got Rocker Boy, you got Media, you got Solo, you have the Gunner, you have the Techie, you can actually play as a member of the NCPD. Yeah, you can. You can make your character a member of the NCPD. You can make your character a corpo. it's really really neat, and I one day wish I could have a chance to play the actual tabletop role-playing game, because it looks like it'd be a lot of fun. However, it's not a game that my current TTRPG group would be interested in, so I won't get to play it right away. You can also be a netrunner in that game. And in Cyberpunk, the TTRPG, netrunning is completely different from how it's presented in-game. For example, you can't wirelessly hack people. You can't. And your character, if you're a netrunner, you pretty much are plugged into your chair, your netrunning chair, the entire time. You are plugged in, and you are basically phoning it in like T-Bug does during Chapter 1. That's how netrunning is actually done in Cyberpunk, as far as I'm aware. So, but yes. Anyway, sorry. So that's kind of interesting, and I'd really like a chance to see that actually done in the TTRPG. But in terms of, you know, DLC, if CD Projekt Red is going to be releasing DLC based in Chapter 1, they absolutely must make those DLC missions more missions that you can do with Jackie and T-Bug. They need to bring those two back. They need to give us more time with them in Chapter 1. Because that way, when T-Bug gets roasted, and by the way, let me just float something for you here. You know, Soul Killer is an AI used by Arasaka. So when T-Bug gets, spotted in the nets, and she is fried, I'm almost 100% sure they nailed her with Soul Killer. Which means somewhere in Mikoshi, T-Bug's personality construct is there. So you would think that in Chapter 2, as part of a way to, because you don't actually see, but you only see T-Bug in person once. Everything else she phones in. Why couldn't Arasaka have soul killed T-Bug, and then later on in Chapter 2, when they're supposed to be tracking you down, why are they not using T-Bug's personality, which they've rewritten? They've actually brainwashed her soul, if you will, and they now force her to work for them. So she's like, she could actually be used to try and draw you out into Arasaka hit squads. She's been in and out of all your cyberware. She knows you in and out. She would be an invaluable asset in helping Arasaka track you down and either kill you or recover you. So, once again, and that would be a fantastic form of betrayal, a fantastic storyline that you could explore, but only if we get more time with T-Bug and Jackie in Chapter 1. Anyway, I'm 90 meters away from my position. I'll shut up now. I think I'm actually about to do the Lizzie Wizzy quest that I was talking about earlier. Be interesting. Also, more time with Meredith Stout. Meredith Stout was pretty cool. I liked her. It'd be interesting to get more jobs from her, too, as part of a DLC pack.
Started to think you wouldn't show.
Shouldn't have, to be honest.
Why not?
Normally only work with fixers. Clients that avoid them tend to be bad news.
I just care about my privacy.
You and everyone else?
Everyone wants their privacy.
Maybe, but not as much as me.
Fuck me. It's you.
It's me, Lizzie Wizzy. Sit, please. Let's talk.
Sure. Try not to think about all the grunge that goes on in this hotel. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so what's this about?
I think you can guess.
I'm in trouble.
No shit.
Uh-huh. And what kind?
Good question. Been a rough year. Creative block. Can't even say the last time I made anything worth listening to. And to make things worse, I fell in love.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
And why's that?
Sooner or later, love will only let you down.
Guess it'll be sooner.
So, we're talking a man, woman?
The local neighborhood dog.
Oh, shit, these hands. Sometimes it seems like I just brush something and sparks fly. Anyway, a man. His name's Liam. Liam Northam. Been together a few months, but I think he's cheating on me.
Oh, so he is the neighborhood dog.
Okay. Why the suspicion?
It's so cliched, it's embarrassing. Whispered phone calls in the bathroom, strange receipts, secret meetings in the middle of the night.
Any specific event come to mind?
My mind... That's a touchy subject.
Why?
Don't know each other well enough for that, V.
You confront him?
You talk to him at all? Tell him to his face?
You're adorable.
I love being adorable.
Imagine this. We're never alone. Not really. Always surrounded by assistants, PR reps, makeup artists. I stop smiling at him for 1 millisecond, it'll be all over every scream sheet in this town.
Understood.
No, you don't understand. Not until you've lived it. Millions of eyes trained on you constantly. It can be beautiful. And terrifying.
Okay.
Liam Northam. Nope, don't know him. Tell me about him.
40-ish, sensitive, guy who never wanted for anything. You know the type.
I heard they exist. How'd you meet?
He's my manager. I know how it sounds. I never meant to. He's not even my type, but...
But?
Your body can be chrome, but the heart never changes. It wants what it wants.
I can attest to this. I fell for my boss. Long time ago.
So what's my role here? What do you want?
Proof. And then I'll end things. For good. Liam goes to Riot all the time. Think he meets someone there. I want to know who. You'll find out for me?
Yeah, sure. You can count on me, lady.
You can count on me.
Perfect. Remember, I want specifics. Details. Recordings or pics if you can.
Kinky.
Sure. Keep it in mind.
Good. Now go.
Of course, Your Highness. Jesus Christ. But yeah. Wait, is this thing got no roof? Oh, it's got skylights. You know what? I've never actually been up to the top floor of this place. Let's go on this. Let's not go on this adventure together. And this is just okay. But I have double jump. Don't fail me, double jump. It failed me. Alright, what's out the back? Yeah, so go to Riot in the evening and ask for Liam. It originally was, he'll be back in a week or two, and then you can spy on him.
In the event of acid rain,
Sorry?
those with respiratory issues are advised
I'm just giving my shoulder a quick rub. I smashed it up pretty good today when I slipped chipping some ice. Ooh! this? Ride, Captain Ride. Who is it? A new vehicle? Well, I won't pick up my old one. I must select a new vehicle to come pick up my current vehicle. Or, no, wait. I must select a new vehicle to go pick up my new vehicle. Ooh. The Batmobile. Or the Mercmobile. For those of you who know the lore behind this thing. The rather brief and silly lore, but still lore. Oh, crap. Not my car! Oh! Yeah, I did that to myself. Actually, no. Even with the streamer mode turned on and all weird and all copyrighted music disabled, I don't think I'm gonna risk the radio. And while we're cruising, get. One thing I did wish they, one thing I do wish they did a little bit more is made more use of the parking lot. It's a nitpick, but once again, you know, nobody cares. Because it'd be more fun if you could just like, oh yeah, I want to drive home to any of the 5 apartments that you can own and be. I just drive up into it, and there's your garage. Of course, if I'm gonna ask for that, I'm also gonna ask for the cherry on top, which is I want to fill that parking lot full of all the cars I buy. Because you know what? If I'm gonna be an absolute bastard and cheat my
Breaking development. The story of the teens abducted by Anthony Harris, known also as Peter Pan, has reached a happy ending.
Ooh.
Thanks to an anonymous tip, the NCPD managed to reach them in time. The rescued teens remain in critical but stable condition. Harris held the boys aged between 13 and 18 on his abandoned farm. This heinous case is just another example of Night City's continued moral collapse. Crime in Night City is now double the rate than in the new United States. At this point, it seems a near guarantee that closer ties with the Union would help to get this city's security back on the right track.
Did he change his store? I don't remember his store being like this. Alright. Wait, what? Ride, Captain, ride? Alright, what's my reward? Do I get like some sort of special shooter? Oh, that's the mock shotgun. That's scalpel. That's Wakakos. That's a Saratoga. I don't see any new gun. I'm gonna have to check that mission. Gladiator, Mrs. Santo Domingo. You know what? There's an easy solution to this. There we go. Oh, it was, I see it now. It's the Seraph. Oh, that's Padre's weapon. Never mind. Oh, I'm confused. Also, apparently I... Oh, no, no. Give me my sniper rifle back. Thank you. Alright. Wait, do I have new weapons? No, I don't want to disassemble this weapon. Go away. What else did I get? I mean, I do want to keep... I want to keep my dress. So I will... Eh? Everything else, though, that's disassemble worthy. And I know you really shouldn't disassemble Johnny's stuff, but hey, who cares? Ooh. I do love that punk jacket, but I can make it anytime I want. One of the, No, I can't get rid of Johnny's pants. No, Johnny, your pants! Why can't I disassemble them? 10% fall damage reduction. Yes. Alright, And now, after having dealt with my insane ramblings... Okay. What else are we doing? Oh yes, the Badlands, the Badlands. Right. I was doing something, and then I let my ADHD take over for a minute. Huh. Thank you, Judy, for getting me that fast travel point. Brain dance technology allows you to work. Alright, which vehicle shall I ride to glory in? And then switch over once I actually get there. Hum-de-dum-dum-dum-dum. Eh. And I'm getting an Archer. The Quartz Bandit. This little screwball. This thing originally was such a derpy little vehicle, but it's grown on me. I actually kind of like it. This reminds me of a vehicle I worked on once many, many years ago. Like 15 years ago when I was... No, 20 years ago when I was still in high school and in shop class. God, that makes me feel so old every time I say that. I was in high school 20 years ago. Can you believe that? 20 years. 2 damn decades was the last time I can honestly say I was a child. Well, I was young. Alright, I think Beasts we're required to do Beast this time, so... If you're a young person...
Hey, Claire. Next race. You ready?
It'll be a tough one. Off-road, lots of lead flying. We'll take Beast. I want to try her out in the field.
Nova. FYI, I'm already here.
Perfect. Join you in a sec.
Sounds good. See ya.
So, yeah, if you're young and you're watching this, either you've slipped into my stream and you're live, or you're watching this in a VOD later on, don't take it for granted. Because, you know, I'm staring down recently I've been staring down the barrel of the fact that, you know, I'm 35 years old now, and in 35 more years, I will be, you know, approaching my expiry date. And, they call this the midlife crisis, and it's not a pleasant... What? It's not a pleasant feeling to know that you're getting older and the best years are behind you. Well, not my best years, but it's not a pleasant feeling, I tell you that much. Once you get used to it, though, I'm told it gets better.
Hey, V. Good to see you again.
So never take
Got
it for
another
granted.
race to run,
Enjoy
huh?
every day as best you
Second
can.
of 4, I hope. Ready to go off-road?
Think this one will be tough?
Badlands, so no fucking around. Anything goes in this race.
So you'll have your hands full.
You too. One mistake and we'll be a 4-ton tumbleweed.
I can do this.
Okay, I'm just gonna melt under that sun, so gonna wait in the car.
You're a redhead,
Sure.
Claire. Of course you're gonna melt in the sun.
Man, I can't hear you. Wait. Oh, you mean him? Honestly, I don't know. Must go solo. I don't. Yeah, I really thought you'd stand me up again. I thought.
All right, Ben.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your pants on.
Movie
right,
is a fantastic
strap
shot.
in, and fire up your engines.
He is.
30 seconds and counting.
Too much. You there? Hey!
Ignore him. Luigi tries to get in people's heads.
So next time
Yeah,
I
what's
actually
up?
don't make it, there's
Just wanted
duct
to
tape
wish
in the
you
trunk.
luck.
Just saying.
Thanks.
Poor Finn, he won't be here to insult me for screwing up as badly as I'm about to. Oversteer, but at least I'm back on it. Yeah, I'm gonna spend more time in the air than on the road on this race. Mind you, we all are. Get back in the truck, Claire. I'm not exactly in full control here. God is behind the wheel. And under all four of them. Shit. Well, that works. I don't want to bounce off that. God damn it, Claire, you better hope I don't get too close to a fucking wall or you're a dead woman. Low speed, low speed, low speed, low speed. Oh, dear God. I'd look behind me, but I'd like if I was to look behind me for even a
Sandstorm, careful, V.
Jesus, I can't see squat! Ah, fuck, 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 fuck. That would have killed you, by the way, Claire. I don't know how you're still alive. I remember back in Vancouver many, many years ago. You know what? Now it's not story time. Oh shit. I'm screwing the pooch. They're pretty close behind. I should be able to run her wide open for a while. Oh god, it's the biotechnical class. Alright, let's keep this nice and clean. Well, there's a fair distance, yeah. Oh, come on, that was rude. Oh god, they made him go flying. I still got 6 more checkpoints to hit. Claire, focus up front, please. cover. He's gonna clip. 3 more to go. Moving up to make the pass. I don't know what's going on!
Had to die sometime.
Okay. Oh my god, that needs to get clipped. That was just cool. Talk about piggybacking. Now, if we'd done that to go over the finish line, that would have been even more entertaining. But Jesus Christ, that was funny.
We did it, V! We won!
Wasn't easy.
Drive up to the finish line.
Yeah, we only lost part of the bumper.
How am I doing?
You're too wide around corners and slow down the last straightaway, but I'm nitpicking.
So, no regrets putting me behind the wheel.
Not yet.
The last driver was better than I am?
He was. A good husband. An amazing wheelman.
You doing this for him?
So you're racing for him?
He adored this shit. Had a keen mind for machines, unmatched. He could talk to him. When he got behind the wheel, it was like he fused with it. But just him. No implants.
Will you say we win this for him?
I'm counting on you. You want a lift to my garage?
No, I'm good.
Find my own way there. Thanks.
All right, see ya.
Fuck! What shortcut? That is racing way!
I believe I bet on the winning
Just
horse.
lost him.
Fucking way.
Oh, God! Spare me from these fucking children! Okay, come back, but this time, no fucking shortcut.
Alright, time to spin the mystic wheel. An arch. Oh, I'm getting the full arch Nazada. Nazada? Oh, here it comes. Nope, it's driving away from me. Alright. No. Summon another vehicle. And this one is a Thornton. Which one am I getting? Oh! The pickup truck, okay. Not bad. I'm stuck in walking mode? Alright, that's fine. Right, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Actually, it wasn't a half bad race. I kept it slow, so things weren't as bad as they could have been, but... Well, let's go pick up some more vehicles. Why not? Gotta catch them all, right? Why am I in a hostile area? Ah! Why was a small car able to do that to me? Nah, screw it. Really don't feel like stopping right now. But yeah, continuing on what I was talking about earlier. Good lord. Continuing on what I was talking about earlier, the whole thing with T-Bug and bringing her back in Chapter 2, because they do bring back if you give Jackie's body up to like if you send. Okay.
V? Got to the bottom of Ebonica. Flicked pings to some contacts. Grayson buzzed familiar for a friend from the olden days. He did some digging. Found something. Section of the docks that's Maelstrom turf.
So you found Grayson? You really got an in with Smasher?
Come see me. Afterlife. We'll talk.
Okay.
Well, so much for going for the new car. The game knows. It knows. Hang on 2 seconds. I'm feeling like driving a different vehicle. 1 second, 1 second. Come on. Thank you. I'm still stuck in walk mode, but that's okay. I'd like to think there's some Militech soldiers in the back who are wondering what the hell's going on right now. Excuse me. That's one of the things I miss, is everybody used to respect me when I drove trucks. When I signaled I was changing lanes, they got the fuck out of my way. I miss being a trucker some days, but that's, once again, tales of my youth. Misspent as it was. Not my car, I don't care. Actually, is there any damage to this vehicle? It doesn't look like the non-personal vehicles, like just the regular vehicle. It doesn't look like they actually take damage, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool and OP at the same time. Ooh, hang on. I could always use some more expa. Well, I boned that. I boned that hard. But I recovered. Sicario. Oh, I hate you and your fucking Carenza car. But now you shall all get sick with the poop. Cause I'm an asshole. Yeah, I'd have to go all the way to 18 for poison. Hey, don't get me wrong. Stealth Netrunner with Contagion. Sorry, Stealth Netrunner with Contagion is pretty sweet. But you have to spec into it specifically, and I'm not that big on it. Although I will take the Assassin Bird. Thank you. I thank you for dying. I probably should have gotten out and investigated, but that's okay. We're on our way to Rogue. Rogue's pretty cool. Oh no. Meet Rogue at the afterlife. Sure, boss, sure. Excuse me. No, I don't care about your cars, because this one isn't mine.
No! Aw. Wait, am I taking... Oh, I'm actually taking damage now. Totally okay with this. Anyway. Moving through the gears. I miss those days. Once again, I miss a lot of things from when I was young. Hey, I'm by my apartments. I'm so glad Fit isn't around to make fun of me for this. Nobody needs this shit today. But everybody's getting some! Oh, I went the wrong way. It's alright. All your vehicles suffered permanent damage because of my actions. But I need to come back over this way. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm sure the city will pay for it. Oh, sorry. I'm just... Temptation is too much. Drive into opposing traffic. I'm a menace on the road, and I fully admit it. And I'm thanking God that my old driver training instructor is probably dead by now and can't see me do this. And when I say driver training, I mean like, commercial driver training instructor. I could care less about my last 5. No! 11 foot something. I can't remember. No. Yes, I'm under. Alright, how do I get in there? No! I can't escape. Yes. Yes, I'll make it out. No! God damn it! No! I'll get out of here, I swear. God damn it. I'll come back around. I'll find a way. My God, what have I done? I wonder. He says his truck is falling apart. You wish. This is just me on a daily basis. Ooh! Oh no, I'm back here. Oh well. 'Cause I'm an asshole. Ooh, a 2-star police warrant. Are you sure you want to do this, buddy?
NCPD! Neutralizing the suspect! Moving in!
Suspect hit!
Ah, you did it!
Look who we have.
Get you anything?
Oh, Henrik!
Definitely. Go for a drink.
Tough day.
Like any other.
So, what'll it be?
Yeah, I'd be crazy. Alright, so the David Martinez. Alright. The Johnny Silverhand. And the Jackie Wells.
That's something for her, too.
Ah, minor details that happened to slip your mind earlier.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know, it seems you started to show your age. Just like my grandma. That woman never threw a thing away. Never know when it might come in handy.
Don't push it, Crispin. V, Crispin Wayland. He's helping us.
Hey, V. I hear you're hunting Smasher.
Ready? We'll talk on the way.
Sounds good.
Let's go.
Good luck.
What's that symbol on the back of her jacket? Good God.
Get you anything?
Sorry. I think I may have blown up Rogue's car.
Maybe. Don't know. Don't wait up.
That was just amazing
How
timing.
did Wayland help you exactly?
He made sure we'll find Grayson at home when we stop by.
So we know where to look for him.
Oh, now I take my damn medication. Rogue One. Oh, God.
Got you a little something.
Oh. Ah, the samurai jacket.
Thanks.
Ooh. Wait, is this a... Ooh, I like that. Especially the way my Netrunner suit looks underneath. How is it compared to my... It's not as good. But then again, it's not all about looks. It's, I do love the samurai, though. Hey! One second. Might as well. Hang on. Might as well. For this mission. For this mission, we'll do it. Oh, wait, what? The Bloody Maria. Did I just... What? Strange? Okay, is this a reward I got, or what's going on? It's a legendary level craft. I'm pretty sure I didn't just pick up Bloody Maria, so it requires that I have the purple schematic to craft it. But weird. Okay, I probably got some. Anyway, let's finish what we were planning on doing. Clothing, please. Upgrade. And then upgrade. Now let's see what we're looking at. Yeah. Yeah, and if I slam in 2 of the mods, yeah, I'll actually have the proper samurai jacket, but that's for later.
Jump in.
Nice.
What'd Johnny say about me? No, you two talk all the time.
Said you're the best.
Said you're the best. Always were.
The best? Too bad that comes at a price.
You okay with this?
Sure you're up for this.
What? You getting cold feet?
No.
No. Just don't want to see Johnny haze you. Adam Smasher's his obsession, not yours.
Think so?
Just trying to play fair. Little weird you didn't run into Smasher before now.
Came up in conversation, time to time.
But, never tried to track him down.
Listen, V. The fact that Johnny's back changes things, okay?
Okay, sure. Believe me, I'd know.
We'll get back to that, I guess.
Important public service announcements. In Arroyo, a terrorist group dubbing itself a trade union has been eradicated. These self-proclaimed representatives of Night City's
I've actually already been to Ebonike, and
which could have led to financial losses
Okay,
in the millions.
here's as far as we go.
alright.
If you come across
Might be our lucky day. Drop Grayson and Smasher in one go.
Fucker's gotta be around here somewhere.
We
okay,
can start.
we can start.
Too many rats around. Better wait till a little darkness creeps in.
She says his 3 off-duty workers are right there.
Maybe Smasher or Grayson will rear ahead.
Maybe. Don't hold your breath, though. Wouldn't be caught dead here in daylight. Okay. Good as it's gonna get.
Let's go.
Maelstrom's got the dogs covered, and you'll cover me. Come on, let's...
She's tense. Cover her, just in case.
Got an idea. Wait a sec, then follow me.
Okay, what are you gonna do? Jesus, that was close. I was trying to get up there.
Can you open it?
No shit.
Okay.
Watch it now.
Nah, he's ascended. Oh, what the fuck do you want me to do?
See 'em all? Gotta get to the data term quietly.
1 second. I'm gonna shut that down. Why? Wait, I'm a frickin'... God damn it. I'm a damn netrunner. I don't need to... Please excuse me while I, do my job. Do. Contagion. he's already taken it. Short circuit. Ping. System reset. Contagion, please. Anybody else out there? Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's get the hell out of here.
Okay, guns a-blazing then. We're going to Maelstrom's main storehouse. Data terms there. Gotta check. See if they have anything on Smasher.
Lady, I don't know what the hell you're...
Hide! You know that! Shit. Watch out, someone's lurking!
Sometimes the detection on this game is questionable at best. Alright.
We're not all bad, you know. Let's talk.
Don't care. Get
All right,
fucked.
you got it. Scan it, see if there's anything we can use. I'll watch the door.
Nah, knows exactly where to find him. She's stalling. Told you, Rogue's still scared of the asshole.
Let's see that pretty faceplate.
It's like they're hiding out on the ship.
Okay, let's see what we turn up.
Where the fuck's this
Over
shit?
there, to the right.
I'm using a silence pistol.
There she is. The Ebonique.
Not looking so hot.
Even shittier on the inside.
Nice.
Let's go.
Crit headshot.
Let's see that pretty faceplate.
Oh, that's where you are. Goddamn cockmuncher. Oops, I did not mean to. Negligent discharge!
Kinda hard to believe he's got his hidey hole here.
Did you expect Smasher to put up a sign or something?
Actually, he kind of does.
Gotta search the deck.
Okay. Why are you even doing this?
I'm settling a score.
Avenging Johnny?
That too.
Short circuit. Get popped.
Fuck, you hear that?
Racing! Yeah!
No, not that. Fucker's shooting at me with my own gun.
Oh, that's Mantis Blades. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
Memorial 3516. Signature sound, I'd know it anywhere.
You're knocking it out alive!
Come on!
I mean, sure.
Come here, you!
Grab the gun.
Oh, I know what happened, because I use short circuit and it splits, and it'll sometimes attack people who are nearby.
Not
It got him too.
I don't think.
Grayson.
Oh my, Rogue. You and me not playing for the same team anymore? guess I'm not at all surprised. Seems your specialty. Slipping shivs in the backs of allies.
Where's Smasher?
Yeah, let's be aggressive.
Could crack your skull like an eggshell. Know that? You'd still be able to talk. For a little while.
But I'm happy to talk. Ever wonder how Rogue survived after the attack on the tower? How in hell no one ever hunted her down? Her alone. Out of all that Atlantis trash. 'Cause I do. I truly wonder how far she had to go to set herself up so comfy. Who'd she finger fuck? Whose crack did she have to lick to... Ugh!
That was kind of pathetic there, Rogue. By the way... Oh, there are no barrel mods, and yeah, it's just... It is what it is. What's the damage on this thing? 200 to 300? I mean, it's not too bad. It's Johnny's pistol. But, like, my Overture is already far more powerful than it is already, so... Me...
Where's Smasher now?
With the Arasakas. But I think you know that already.
When's he due back?
Never. Faithful old Adam's just been named head of security there. Not coming back to this rat hole ever. I stayed behind just to tie off his loose ends.
Dude, you have a ponytail?
Shit! Could say
Oh,
that
no.
again.
You just gotta...
You two will never jump that high. Smasher's out of your reach. But don't feel bad. He'll find you himself. Likes to resolve shit like this in person.
Yeah, sure, lead us to him.
Gonna lead us to Smasher, ass face.
Even if I wanted to, he don't trust me enough to... Hey, why are you so interested in Smasher anyway?
I'm not. Interested in Silverhand and what happened to him.
Johnny Silverhand? What do you want to know?
Silverhand's iron. You had it.
What? You a fan too?
Oh, yeah.
Smasher give it to you?
Uh-huh. Reward for a special job well done.
Alright, what to do with the body?
Smasher ever tell you what he did with Silverhand's body?
That into him, huh? Plan to exhume that scop? Or you just want to hear how he died, soaked in his own piss? Neurons scorched by Soul Killer.
What did they do with him?
Badlands, near the oil fields. Buried out there. 101 northbound. Then head for the landfill. Dig deep enough. Might even find a shit-smeared
Heard
silver
enough.
arm.
Finish him.
Let's end this quickly. Want to rip my eyes out just looking at him.
No, wait. I got something. Silverhand. You're into him, right? Could give you something.
Do I end him?
He deserve extinction? Do I end him?
Yes. Meaning, do what you think is right.
Smasher's got something that was Johnny's. Could be yours. Just gotta let me live.
Yeah, sure, fuck it, why not?
You got lucky today.
Turning soft on me.
What I promised. In the container. On that Goliath over there.
What's inside?
You'll see. Got the access card right here. Take it.
Sure.
For fuck's sake. Pointless. This whole thing. Still no leads, nowhere to go from here.
Fuck. V, tell her.
Johnny says you'll get him yet.
Oh yeah? Well, tell him? Fuck. Can't even have a normal convo with him.
Smasher.
Fuck! You don't get it. This isn't about Smasher. He's just the goddamn tip of the iceberg.
Oh?
Even if we get him, what does that get us? No reason to stay. I'm out.
Not at all curious?
Later, V.
And
leave her alone, V.
Okay.
She'll get it together. For times like this, she prefers to be alone.
Okay. I get that.
Gotta get that container down somehow. If there's something of mine in there, I want it back.
I figured you would.
Looking for the control panel.
Found it.
There it is.
This will probably kill me, but still. Whee! Oh, that was.
Oh, fuck. Think I know what it is.
Let's see what we got here.
Here's a Porsche.
Take that rag off it.
All right.
Okay.
My ride. Hop in.
Nice.
I'll even let you drive. Purrs like a dream. All right. Let's go see where they fucking planted my ass.
Never realized the thing between you and Rogue was that serious.
Damn right it was serious. When we met up, someone always died.
How so very romantic. Definitely your style.
There was always something going on. She had a gig, I had a gig. Music, that is. Was never run-of-the-mill. Although did try to take her to see a flick once. And nothing came of it, as usual.
Porsche's a nice vehicle in this game. Well, at least the way it used to be. I don't know what the recent updates have done to it, though. Not since patch 1.5.
Not far now.
Huh. Worse than I thought.
Oh god, no. No, please no. Not this. No. Oh god, I can't control it.
Okay, gotta be around here somewhere.
Thank god, I'm free.
Can't believe they bothered to truck it all the way out here.
Better than the junkyard where I landed.
So that's how it is. Nothing here at all.
What did you expect? Headstone, flag, and flowers?
No. I don't know. A marker. Something. Anything.
Yeah, let's do something about it. Once again, I go back to what I was saying earlier in the stream. This right here is a really... Before he says something. This right here is a really, really, really great moment. It's a really great character building moment in the game. And it establishes a great amount of trust, but considering the fact that we had to do, not just a few missions ago, he was taking over our bodies and doing whatever the fuck he wants with it and treating it like his own personal piss pot. Okay, not that bad, but still. He's treating it as like his own personal, flesh bag chauffeur, right? Whatever. I can't... Words. I need better words. And then we get to this. It's just too quick, too abrupt, too fast. If we'd had that original scene where he takes over our body back in Chapter 2, and then we had more of the buddy-buddy routine spread out a little bit more through Chapter 2, and then going into Chapter 3, this would feel more authentic. And it's just, like I said, it's the same problem with T-Bug and with Jackie. T-Bug and Jackie were great characters. Their voice actor and actress were great. But we just didn't have enough time with them. But anyway, that's enough of me ranting.
We'll figure something out. Better now?
A bit. But let's say it was my real grave. What would you write? Here lies Johnny Silverhand.
The guy who saved my life.
The guy who saved my life.
V, you don't know how much I want that to be true. Listen, I realize I fucked up a lot of things. Either let down or used every last person who gave me their trust. Blind, selfish bastard that I was. But I've managed one thing for now. Not to fuck this up. What we have.
A hard road, but it looks like we made it.
Been a long, bumpy road, but we made it.
Most people I thought were my friends. They couldn't even stand to be in the same room with me. You're fucking closest to me by a long shot. There, 24/7. And yet, you don't seem to hate my living guts.
And this right here. Shame we didn't talk like this
Too
earlier.
bad we didn't talk like this earlier. Would have made things easier.
Never found the right moment. Remember waking up at Victor's not knowing about me? I'm seeing things. I'm scared. Then moaning at Misty's about how you didn't want to die.
Remember you whining for smokes in the middle of the night, complaining about not being able to kill me.
Never thought we'd make it this far.
Still feel like you can't breathe?
Still feel like you can't breathe in here?
Nah, not saying it's great, but it's different. Sometimes when I wake up, feels like I'm back for a while.
What do you mean, back?
Well, like I got this body to myself, like I'm free. Seconds later, feels like I'm missing something. Something really important. Then I realize you're there, always were. And this stupid wave of relief washes over me.
You have the same dreams.
Have similar dreams, sometimes. That you never died, that I'm you. Not like I think, what would Johnny do? It's more, I do something and I feel fucking great. Like I've finally started to fit into this world.
Probably not a great sign. We better do something. Fast.
You said you let your friends down?
When you said you let your friends down, did you mean Rogue?
Rogue, Alt, Carrie, Santiago.
Not all's lost yet. At least with Rogue.
Can't pretend nothing's changed over 50 years. Can't just insert myself into her life.
Smasher Biz really got to her.
Smasher Biz really got to her. Can't leave it like this, I don't think.
Might be right. She was acting weird.
You ought to talk to her.
You know, did promise her I'd take her to the movies long, long ago.
Good idea.
Call her for me. Ask if she's free some night. Thing is, you'd have to surrender control. Again.
Yeah, I'll call Rogue.
Yeah. I'll call her.
Okay. Let's Delta. Nothing to see here after all.
Worth coming out all the same.
Absolutely. Thanks, V. Of all the heads I could have popped up in, hella glad it was yours.
And once again, and I know I rent, and I know it's. I look back. I look back at it, and I still remember the first time I did this, and I got to this part in the game, and I still remember saying that I still remember saying, like, why would I You just stole my body and used it for whatever you wanted. Why the fuck would I ever let you take it again? And it was just too soon. There wasn't enough time. So, yeah. Whereas this, like, that moment right there, where Johnny says you're gonna have to give up control, that should be the ultimate moment of trust between the two of them. That should have been the moment where the two of them are closer than ever. But it comes way too soon after he basically lied to you and body-jacked you. Alright. Coming up on 3 hours and 5 minutes. And it's mostly just side quests from here on out. Just finishing up all the side quests, getting all that stuff done and taken care of. Because in Chapter 3, there's really only one main mission. And that's the final mission. That is the final mission. It's, go in and do what needs to be done. Don't get me wrong, there's all the other missions that come along with it. There's Kara-Uradyne, there's the Uskraks, there's all the other missions that can happen in Chapter 3, but there's only really one main mission, and that is, there's really only one main story quest. And that is, basically the final assault on Arasaka. Whether you're working for Arasaka or not is... God, coming through! Oh, crud, I know where this goes. Oh, shit. Well, putting my car on the drink ain't that bad. Now, how do I get out of here? Ah, there we go. You know, this is actually a pretty small cargo ship, I'm going to be quite honest. I used to compete, I used to compete in we had my high school had a boating club, and we used to race, you know, dragon boating, outrigger canoeing, that kind of stuff. And I'll tell you this right now, we got close to one of those cargo ships, I swear to Christ. Like, you would look up and up and up and up, and you still wouldn't be able to look up high enough. They were huge.
calling all NCPD subcons. Suspected organized crime activity reported over on Richmond Street. Intel indicates Maelstrom gang members dealing in illegal stimulants in the area. They're led by Tom Ayer, aka Emir, a known serial killer. Night City authorities have offered a reward for neutralizing the group.
Sounds good to me. Oh, I'm right here. Okay.
One who scrolled BD 9430?
Oh. Alright, well, I can take care of that. 7A, E9. Go to that. Contagion. Have fun, gents.
We're not all bad, you know? Let's talk.
I was about to say, hey, my legs are on fire. I don't have any leg-based implants. And then I went, oh no, wait, yes I did. I have double jump, don't I? Yes, you do, stupid. Oh. Short circuit for me, baby. Thank you. Ooh, do you have any good components for me? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Oh. Very, regular net runner. Ow. You only wish. Well, I call that a job well done. However, I wish to display Johnny's iron, so we're back to my regular piece. Oh, and man, I don't want to do this. I don't want to give up the screw it. I always wear the Arasaka shit. So let's do this. Let's be the real rocker boy. That was my jacket looking at 298 armor. I came out ahead. All right. I said die. Thank you. throwing a grenade. I'd like to think I made Johnny proud there. Alright, where's the nearest fast travel point to get the fuck out of here? It is a luring way away. Well. Man, I haven't gotten a message from Judy in a while. I could use another one. Judy's always fun to get messages from. Alright. Everybody deserves a few bullet holes in their cars. Alright, well, I think it's time to go back to the Corpo apartment, don't you? Well, I don't care what your opinion is, because I'm going anyway. Yeah. How many grenades did I blow through? I started out this session with 102 grenades, so I've blown through over 50. It's actually kind of silly. Alright. Oh, goodness. Well, it's 8 p.m. in the evening, and in my place, and I'm hungry. So, actually, I've added a few new things. They really got to clean that up. Throw Johnny's piece in there. Yep, there it is. But yeah. I like how that gun is completely recessed into the table. Like, great going, CD Projekt Red. Great going. It should be at least tilted up on its edge, considering it's in the deployed state. But that's a nitpick. Ooh, I do love this area at night, though. It looks really great. Anyway, alright. I think I'm going to call the stream here. This seems like a great place to stop. I've thrown a bunch of grenades, blown up a bunch of my own cars, bought a few new cars, and Norton Internet Security has decided to tell me something is wrong. So I think I'll end it here. You guys have a good evening. I'll probably be streaming again later on in the week. Not tomorrow, because like I said, tomorrow is D&D night, and I also have my new vehicle to get. And then I gotta figure out how to get rid of my old vehicle, because, oh boy, that's gonna be a thing. But yes. Have a good one. Oh, and once again, I will be uploading this to my YouTube channel. There's a link somewhere on this page. I think it's on the About tab. Pop over there if you want to see the growing list of my old streams. If not, well, that's okay too. Take it easy, everybody. Have yourself